Hey everybody. Today we're replacing the water inlet on the refrigerator. This is a Frigidaire model. I don't remember exactly what model it is, but it's pretty much the same for all Frigidaire, Kenmore refrigerators, and maybe some others. Pretty simple though. I already took the back panel off. When you disconnect your water line from the wall, make sure to turn it off at the wall first. Mostly 1/4 inch screws everywhere, and also some, I think they're all just 1/4 inch screws everywhere. So this is the old one. The trouble I had with it is when I hit the button on the door, I was leaking out of here. So I was getting water to come out at the door, but I was also getting water to come out under the refrigerator. And unless that's where you like to collect your water at, I assume that's a problem. So we went ahead, ordered a new one off Amazon. I think it costs about 60 bucks. It's not factory, obviously. It's aftermarket. So, but I think it'll work for what we're needing. The trick to this is when you want to disconnect your old plugs, obviously you have the wiring harness here. Blue goes to blue, green goes to green, cream goes to cream. The brown, lighter cream goes to brown, I should say. You'll see that it has a brown wire on it also. But the tricky part to this is just taking these off. It comes with, it'll have these little hook thingies on it. When you're disconnecting it, the hose will just pop out of this tube. This will come off of those little white clips there at the top. And the trick to unhooking these is you have to push these up right here at the same time pulling the hose out, and that's how you get them out of there. And then this white one here, or the creamier looking one, plugs into the brown hole. No jokes to be made there. So once it's in there, you'll replace this like so. Oops. Get up in there a little further. There it is. That's sitting good. Clips will go over there. This will go. Tube will snap in like that. See if I show you from the back. See that? Just like so. These two little clips hold the white one down so the water pressure doesn't disconnect your pipe on you. Pretty simple. Now the tricky part though is to get your hoses plugged in an orderly manner so that this will go back up here like it's supposed to. There's a little screw or nub thing right there your bracket will slide into, like so. That'll hold it up and down. 2 bolts to go in there. I'm gonna try to get this put together outside and then slide it in there, but like I said, it's kind of tricky. You got to get your hoses put in a manner that it'll slide in there. Let me turn the camera a little bit so you guys can see maybe a little better what I'm doing over here. So the green tube goes to the green plug. Simple enough. Now I have a little black line on mine. It's going to slide up to that point. The yellow goes back here to this cream one. Hopefully you can see that there. And that one slides up into there. No black line on this one, but we're just going to go in there as far as we can. I think that's it. Blue tube, you guessed it, goes to the blue. Like so. The white goes in the end. And it's got to go all the way up. This isn't the most well-made plastic, so yep, trying to be gentle enough. Got it in there. Now I put the rest of our little clip guys on. I think they're all the same size, even though the hoses are different from each other. That's that. That is that. And that's that. Looks like I'm missing my other plastic clip. I will find that, but I'll still show you in the meantime just how this goes in here. They all have to turn on their fittings a little bit to get in there. Take your screw, find the hole, and just screw it in there. There's 2 screws. At this point though, I'll go ahead and show you plugging it in. I'm going to slip our wiring up under these hoses, which I should have done before I put it in here, but no matter. That'll fit. Get them all through here. I'm going to fit them up in here. There we are. Remember, blue goes to blue. Green to green. Looks like this little tab on that one's bent down like that, so I gotta try and get it in there. Let's see if I can bend that little tab up just a little bit without breaking it. Not always the best quality when you go cheap on Amazon, but sometimes you can fiddle with stuff and make it work. There, that's on there. We're going to get our little yellow clip, and you can't see, but you guys saw it before it went up there, so you should know where I'm putting this at. You know what? You guys are totally right. I should have just plugged that in before I put it there. So we'll do that. Pop that off. Plug it in there on the end. Right there. Go ahead and take our brown. Plug it in there. Like so. Make sure, double check these are all tight. And they are. So now we can screw this back in. One screw and 2 screws. My son just hurt himself, but don't worry, Mama's got him. There's that. We're going to go ahead and check we don't have any leaks here. I'll thread this guy down. look, there's our other clip for blue. So we can go ahead and hook that up before we test it. Don't need any surprise leaks. So there's that. I know I need to tighten this down with a wrench, but just for the moment, I'm going to turn the water on, make sure I have any leaks here. Doesn't appear that I do. I will tighten that down with a wrench. Now, we can come around to the front of the fridge. With a cup. There's water. Low pressure. I hope we're not leaking in the back. Now we got water coming out here. Do we have water leaking down here? No water in there. A little bit of water on the floor, but I'm sure that's just from me spilling out of here. Anyways, guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Doesn't appear we have any leaks. Not too bad. If you can figure out how to take this cover off, just a bunch of these 1/4-inch screws, like so. Take all those off. Remove this rear panel. That'll give you access to here. Disconnect these 2 screws. This will slide out. Pop these off the way I showed you. The little plastic clips. And other than that, just be sure to shut your water off at the wall first, and you'll be in good shape. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for you, and see you on the next one.